know thyself. In times of crisis, the wise build bridges while the foolish build barriers. Time is the wisest counselor. A society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they know they shall never sit in. The only constant in life is change. Character is destiny. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. He who commits injustice is ever made more wretched than he who suffers it. Courage is knowing what not to fear. No one is free who has not obtained the empire of himself. An honest man's pillow is his peace of mind. Silence is the sleep that nourishes wisdom. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. Prefer a loss to a dishonest gain. Wisdom begins in wonder. Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. To find yourself, think for yourself. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. The secret to happiness is freedom, and the secret to freedom is courage. He who is not a good servant will not be a good master. He who treads softly goes far. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Nothing is impossible to a willing heart. What you leave behind is not what is engraved in stone monuments, but what is woven into the lives of others. When anger rises, think of the consequences. Happiness resides not in possessions and not in gold. The feeling of happiness dwells in the soul. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Do not become a beggar for compliments. Seek the truth instead. One loyal friend is worth 10,000 relatives. Excess of joy is harder to bear than any amount of sorrow. The wise man does at once what the fool does finally. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. The way up and the way down are one and the same. The only good is knowledge, and the only evil is ignorance. Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools because they have to say something. Everything in moderation. A happy life consists in tranquility of mind. A wise man knows everything. A shrewd one everybody. Big words are always punished. He who desires is always poor. Necessity is the mother of invention. Love is all we have, the only way that each can help the other. To be loved, be lovable. A heart in love with beauty never grows old. Virtue is its own reward. The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly.